Welcome back to another episode of Adventures in Retrocomputing. This is because this time I am going to do some hacking in some Apple II items. I'm going to show you how to add a switch to the back of an external floppy drive so you can enable and disable writing on the other side of the floppy without a notch. Also, this is going to allow you to show on the front with a color LED. If it's red, that it doesn't allow you to write, and if it's green, that it will allow you to write anyway. So let's see how it does, and let's start. I want to show you one of the projects that I'm working on. Here's an external floppy for an Apple IIc. And what I'm doing right now is I'm adding a little switch on the back. We're going to start to show you how to disassemble an external Apple IIc drive. I already cheated and I did it faster, but I'm going to show you how it is. It has 4 screws on the corners, long ones. You take out those 4 screws. Then it has 4 small screws that actually hold the actual drive, the metal drive. Remove them. Then you can flip it and take out the cover, put it on the side. Then you pull up the drive, pull up the cable that it's in a little hole, put it on the side, and then it has 4 small screws to hold the cage, the metal cage. Take them out, and then almost ready, you just pull out the cable. Nice and easy. There you go. Then you can pull up the cage, and there's your bare bones drive. What we're going to do over here is we're going to work in this area, and then we're going to work in this area where the cable goes. You can see this is where the LED cable goes. Oh no, sorry. Oh, hold on. This is different. Yeah, the cable goes over here and goes all the way over here and ends up here. Actually, this is different. Normal ones go straight over here. So what I'm going to do is I already put a cable. This is a two color LED, green and black. As you can see, this switch, it's kind of concealed, so you won't be able to see it really well. And it just works over there, sideways. That's the way my switch is going to work, and that's what I'm working on. So to make these little cables, it takes a lot of time and a lot of effort. That's why I'm not showing right now the video on how to make the cables, because it takes a lot of time. And it takes a lot of effort and time to just solder these little parts, and on this side. At the end, I'm going to put this heat shrink tubing that will cover it, and it will make it look nice and protected. The way it works, there's a little piece of plastic on this side that goes through, and then there's a hole that you put the switch inside the hole, and it will allow you to. I think this little plastic came from an Ethernet connector, and I cut it some time ago. The way it works, there's a little piece of plastic on this side that goes through, and then there's a hole that you put the switch inside the hole, and it will allow you to move it. So here's what I'm doing over here. The little piece of plastic is piece that I cut. I have to remember where it come from, but I think it came from here we are with assembled drive connected to an Apple IIc, and I'm ready to test it. So this is the copy. I have copy 2 plus loaded. We're gonna put in a very nice test because it's a notchless disc. Shouldn't allow to write anything right now. So let's try it. Let's see what happens first. And there's copy 2 plus. I'm gonna copy from the internal drive to the external drive. Let's go. is red, that means that it's copy protected, and also the computer is telling me that there's a copy protection there. So I'm going to the back, change the switch, and let's try it again. And there you go. It's writing. It's in green. So you will know when the light goes green that it allows you to copy anyway, with notch or without notch. So this is kind of dangerous also, because if you don't want to copy it, it will copy it anyway. It will bypass the notch protection, but it's also good to write disks that doesn't have a notch, or that you don't want to make a notch in it, or the other side of the disks. So there you go. This is it. I hope you like the hack, and please visit again. Take care. And now let's see what happens. It's red, so it shouldn't be copying.